This is Anton again. Before I continue, I'm just going to explain to you something interesting. In terms of the pronunciation of my name and my surname, I can do it LaVey, or I can do it LaVey, or I can do it LaVey. Anyway, whatsoever, the reason for that is because in the dimensions we access sound frequency. No, not sound frequency, no. Sound expression, let's do it sound expression. So, in other words, we're not so much in terms of spelling, you know. So human beings in this moment, in this world, is kind of going spelling-wise, or how it was pronounced previously, etc. But you know what you'll find is, in these processes that are to come, I'm certain many human beings will be experiencing on Earth, is that who you are is actually sound. Fascinating. So human beings and this existence expression will transform into sound expression. And even communication will start changing. You know, much will change, because you actually realize that everything that is even manifested is manifested sound. So, bear with me. So I will, just for fun, go either LaVey or LaVey or LaVey or whatever. So it doesn't really matter, really. Fuck, I'm here. Okay, so where was I? We were aware how each 1 billion people. Okay, let's take another example with me, for instance. You have 1 billion people praising a manifested Lucifer, Satan, or devil. You know, as a religion. And now all those beings' beliefs, one singular belief, lived compounded energy into that belief. That belief is stretched out into the dimensional, creating an interdimensional entity. Okay? And that's how an existence like that is maintained. Do you want to hear another interesting thing? Okay, let's take for instance Kurt Cobain. Okay? So let's say during his time there were 10,000, 100,000 beings going, that is the son of the devil. You know, people do that apparently when people just express themselves in a different way that is not of the conformities and conditions of society. And they go, Kurt Cobain will be damned to hell, or he is this devil's son, or he is of the devil and he will burn in hell, and you know, all that shit. If 10,000 people or 100,000 people say that, what will happen to him when he dies? Doesn't matter what he believes, he will fucking go there. It is amazing. So, if you have a condemnation to a person, and that is collectively by many beings to one being, you manifest and are responsible for that person's fate. When they die, they have no power. Fascinating. But now that is how it works in terms of the placement systems inside human beings, which I found rather fascinating, I must say. So when I was in this devil, Satan, Lucifer existence, it was a different experience, because you do whatever you want. Really. You do whatever you want. And where the fuck can you do that in existence at that time? Nowhere. Because, firstly, I'd say that was the only place where you were free. Okay? But even then freedom doesn't really exist, but I'll get to that later. So, why do I say that? Firstly, I know that those beings in that God heaven hell scenario that went there because of a belief they had on earth is lost. They're so lost. Firstly, because they believe that there's a God, and that voice that is speaking as the entity they actually created, that it's more superior than them. You know? More than. And they have to praise him. Fuck, did you know there were even a heaven where these beings, there's this voice speaking, this light that's coming, this God, and I'd go on their knees and they'd like start praying. Still, just pray. And I'd laugh at the situation, you know? Because some of us, now we in this devil, Lucifer, Satan existence, were seen as, what do you call it? Of course, Satanists. Oh my God, Satanists. And we actually go to these beings and we tell them, what the fuck are you doing? Did you know that you are creating that God? And you know what? We'd explain it to them. And they'd go, no, impossible. I don't have that power. I'm not able to do that. You're trying to condemn me. No one wanted to fucking hear us, you know. I mean, this Lucifer was, you know, we know we created this Lucifer entity, but you know what? We had fun with it because we knew it was us. You know, it was fucking amazing that we could create this Lucifer, this Satan, and this devil, and it had all these abilities, and we also had those abilities. We realized that we also had the same abilities that Lucifer, Satan, and devil we designed on earth. I mean, how amazing is that? And we knew we could do that as well. So we were equal in terms of that realization. And then we went, but you know what? Why don't those people do the same thing? I mean, if you look at that God entity, why not do the same thing? Why not realize that you're actually equal to that God entity that you created in the dimensions? And you know what they said? It's a sin to see yourself as equal to God. I was going, what? But yet, where does equality exist? With Lucifer, with Satan, with the devil in that existence. Fascinating, right? Yeah. No, we had fun. Like you won't believe. And you know what? That's what we did on earth as well. If you look at most possessions, demon possessions, the reason for demon possessions is to have human beings realize that there isn't anything more greater or profound than yourself. I mean, human beings were creating these entities in existence. That is a certain ability, right? But not really. Not really. And there's much to tell. So much. And so I'll continue in the 4th interview. Thank you very much. This is Anton LaVey.